Welcome back to my realm. You found it. Hello, I am Tungyan, aka Girl of Habit, and in this video I will talk about my mixed media journal and everything around it and everything I was thinking about while I was making this. It's a sort of scrapbook, I would say, and I will go in full detail about everything. So it will probably be a very, very long video. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so this is my mixed media journal. I decorated it with a lot of stickers, and it's like a journal with a locket. It's so thick that I barely can like close it down, so I just have the locket here with the key. Here's a key. I added this cat bust from My Neighborhood Totoro, the Studio Ghibli film, and it says A Girl of Habit amplified by 3000. And then when you open it, you see this. It says, to enter a Girl of Habit realm, you must follow my space and my rules. It's a collection of random things, pretty things, things that inspire me, things that enter my brain, drowning in my own tide. The Girl of Habit realm, yerp yerp. To enter Vitamin Island, it's good for the soul, I promise. Yeah, and just like super random stickers like K-pop, a fridge, salami, toilet paper, work, coffee break. So actually, when I first started this, I wanted to make this only a book for my poems, but in the end, I actually like the way that it came to be because it's just more than poems now. Okay, this is a little bit of a different setting because it's more comfortable for me to show you my journal, but like I said, normally I wanted this to be just a book for my poems. So most of the things in the beginning are mainly just poems. Okay, so this is the first page that I have. Let me just read it for you first and then like tell you the explanation on how I made this and what my ideas were and everything. It says, to blueforcats@gmail.com. Subject, vitamin C for the soul. Dearest Blue for Cats, the softness of your pillow seems to enrich my heart for a life, like when you catch my wings when I fly away from the sky. Will you catch me in the soft embrace? I feel for certain you will. As dawn approaches, my fingers turn into glistening flowers as I remember to eat my vitamin C. And don't forget, the weight of your being will always remain in my heart. Kisses for you and miss you dearly. Angel to Bliss. This poem all started by this photograph that I took of these diamond like flower stickers, and I thought it was so beautiful to hold it like this. And then I took a picture and I was thinking about diamond stickers and like flowers, and also just mainly because I feel like poetry sometimes is so serious and I don't want it to be that serious. It can just be as silly as you want it to be. I guess like just playing with words. For example, here the softness and soft, they're both like with the circle thingy. I made this graphic and it's basically like a sort of fake email to this person called Blue for Cats, and this is a reference to Lily Choo Choo, and then the other person here is called Angel to Bliss. It's basically a sort of fiction name, and this might be a love letter, this might be just appreciation email. That's basically the meaning of this poem. This is another poem. It says, will you connect A to B for me? Like that forbidden fruit, yellow in its glow, shaped like a star waiting to be seen for her glimpse of glisten. So bright, so starry, like how you glisten for me in the chasm of my reality. Like the rings, like the tea-stained rings I've discovered last night after my oh so many roasted green teas in my favorite mug. The one I came to savor so deeply, even though I don't like to admit that I've tried to scrape off the traces of your essence. You are yet that glisten, who seems to connect the dots, so sour yet so sweet. And I will choose to savor the taste on the tip of my tongue over again and again. Okay, so the meaning of this, or like how I even made this poem, I was in my room and I was drinking like tea in my favorite mug with this panda on top of it. And I usually always drink green tea. I'm currently actually drinking green tea, genmaicha. Basically, I got a little bit sad because the tea like cup got stained. And I tried to scrape off the tea stains, but it was so hard to scrape off and I just couldn't scrape them off. And eventually I was like, okay, you know what? It's okay. I'll just let it be. A few days after, I was in the bus thinking about like the dot connecting game, like connect the dots, and then think about A to B and glistening. And also chasm was a word that I saw when I was reading a book, and I really liked the word, so I wanted to make something with that. And also I was thinking about star fruit suddenly. So then I just made this poem, and this is how the graphic looks like. This is the next poem I wrote. It says, I realized you might have been my reflection all along. You show so many 222s, a double, a twin flame number. Like the bodies of two swans intertwined together by the cold tears you left hanging from your body. Do you remember that night I was wept within my own tears, trying to find that swan again? Through your soft feathers, hugged within its warm touch, unveiling that known feeling that made me feel so seen. You made me feel so seen. And now, strangely enough, these tears hold such warmth. So this is the graphic that I made for it. Two swans, and it makes like a heart. I think it all started by me thinking about how when you're like a child in school, you have to learn like the numbers, and sometimes how you remember to write the numbers, you write the number and you make like a drawing out of it. And I remember so distinctively with the two that ended up being like a duck or like a sort of swan. And it's so interesting, like with poems, everything can be interpreted the way the person is reading it. Because I read this to a friend of mine, and they said that this poem, for them, it was like more of a reflection of their own self in the mirror. But to me, this was rather like a sort of poem where you feel so alone within like your own being, or just like the interests that you like, and then suddenly you meet someone who aligns with those interests so well that it almost like feels like a reflection. Also, when you put a two and you reflect the two like a mirror, then it forms a heart. And then I was thinking, oh my god, swans, and then swans making a heart. And then I was thinking like having these specific things in the poem, like where it says like by the cold tears in the beginning, and then in the end it says, strange enough, these tears hold such warmth, like a contrary of both of those things. Okay, then I have this page. This page is my Tommy February 6 CD that I own. I made it into a whole collage. So this is my Tommy February 6 CD that I custom made. It's basically, yeah, just the CD. You can take it out and everything. But this is basically the page that I made for it. I also edited this myself, everything, like the pink carpet like that she uses in music video and stuff like that. This page is made from the combs that I was trying to search on Vinted at the time, because I was trying to get like vintage combs or just like small combs. I have them here. This is my box of small combs, and I made them basically into pins. And this is just basically a page with the little magazine that I made about the Ashley Williams like runway and stuff. And if you flip this page, you have two combs facing each other. Next page is this. This is again Ashley Williams, my sweater with the bunnies, and I posted this actually on Instagram, but I really like to have something physical, so this is the physical thing. And here I have another poem. It's written on this transfer paper. My lip cracked too, again, this morning. I hate when that happens. What about me drinking my hot lemon tea now? Will it sting, sting, sting while I sip, sip, sip? They say make lemonade with lemons. Probably, highly likely. But what if I like it? Questions. Perhaps that lemon will turn into juice, like how my brain melts in S train. To school. It melts like those soaps, those bars that lose its meaning over time, only just left to be crumbled in pieces. Pieces? A piece. Your piece. My piece. My piece! Ah yes, that one piece of strawberry cake 707 you left at the place in Hachitown, or was it Nana Street? 707? Nana or Nana? My brain is indeed melting like those bar of soaps. I should sleep more zzz like in those cartoons. But the zzz only have been 4 hours today, after I realized my lip cracked. And this is the graphic that I designed for it, the 444 and like the lip cracking, and like here I've just added some diamonds. I wrote this because I was kind of overstimulated. I was very overstimulated actually on this day. When I say 4444, it's because I only slept 4 hours that day. I was listening to bubble sounds in the library, and it's so funny because then it turned into me thinking about soap and like pieces and like how soap crumbles over time when you leave it there. Also, I had been obsessed with lemon tea, and I think one morning I just woke up with my lip being cracked, and that's basically what the poem is about. It's very silly. This page is basically all based off my stickers that I made myself. I made these Blythe doll stickers, and here you can see. And I added this from another sticker sheet. It says Satan Crystals, Well-Being and Charming. I thought that was quite funny. And basically, this all came to be because my friend, she did this very interesting thing, because she said that, you know, even when a sticker is used, technically, you can still use the background. And I was like, you're so right. And then I made this sticker thingy. I used the background of the sticker, and then I made it into something new. And I think that's so interesting. So now every time I'm gonna have like a new sticker sheet and the background is still like, it's still not used yet, I can do this. You can make just something silly and fun and make something new, you know? And this page is just stickers with like laundry and soaps and stuff like that. And it says, to clean is to distinguish. You must clean. It's a step to enter the Vitamin Island. I use like Vitamin Island quite often. My friend also does that. And she said like, you know, sometimes that words, they feel like sisters or siblings, and they just goes together so well. That's basically how Vitamin Island is like, and she got that inspiration from Nipton. This is a quote from Hashing According to GH from Clarice Lispector, I'm pretty sure. Basically, sometimes when I write down quotes from books in my diary, in my main journal, they kind of drown in a sort of sea of words, I would say, because sometimes I forget them and I don't want to forget them. And you know, when you have this type of media journal, it's like, you know, it's right here if you just flip it, but through a diary, it's like, it's so hard to find back sometimes. I wrote this from this book down. It says, trial. It means that life is trying me, but trial means that I too am trying, and trying can become an ever more insatiable thirst. What am I the seed of? Seed of a thing, seed of existence, seed of those very billows of neutralized love. I, person, an embryo, the embryo is only sensitive, that it's only particular adherence. The embryo hurts, the embryo's eager and screwed. My eagerness is my most initial hunger. I am pure because I am eager. I thought that was so beautiful, so I wrote it down. I sent my angel to prepare the path before me, and to let the stones know my coming, and for them to soften before my incomprehension. I really love that. Okay, this next page is basically my process of making a poem. I really like the word orbit, and then I was just writing down, you know? And then I made it into the poem here. And here was my sketch for this ring that I'm currently wearing. I had this concept after to make into a vlog and stuff like that. And Can I Enter Your Orbit? That's like the title of my vlog. But this is basically the poem that I wrote about the orbit. And this is the next page with my hand and the ring. Can I enter your orbit? I've realized something recently, which is that I don't really like to wait off when it comes to making creations. Usually I have outbursts of ideas on random days. I take action as fast as I can, because coming to the realization that there's no use in waiting. Waiting for the perfect time to enter the divine, which I call the orbit. The mind will always make excuses to not do a certain thing, to wait off for the perfect time. I've had my fair shares of perfectionism days, which made me disable to enter the orbit of my mind at its fullest potential. Because of restriction, because of fear or judgment, of an oh-so-called duty, of an idea what perfect was in my head. But actually, I like being perfect. I like that I don't have an idea when I'll be entering my most playful days, my orbit play dates, as I like to call it. The days where I have outbursts of ideas, because perfect isn't written in the book. When I say, can I enter your orbit? Your isn't referring to another person, but rather another version of oneself. Another version of me which I enter when I let go of my perfectionism. The other day I made an orbit, a ring inspired by the one yellow ring I've seen around but I couldn't pay the €60 price tag for. The pivotal moment of me entering my orbit. So I did. I entered the orbit. I made a bubble. My friend likes to call it a bubble ring. A ring saying heaven.com with rhinestones around it. Blue rhinestones next to a pink rose, matching the soft pink ring. Somehow I ended up liking it more than the original inspiration picture. You know when you have an item that feels incredibly you? I feel that exactly with this. I'd like to think that if I push the soft pink rose, I'll end up in my orbit. A place imperfectly perfect, like how the ring isn't perfectly round. Has a bit of dust if you squint well enough. Because how does one make clay art and not collect these small particles we end up calling dust? Anyway, I'll ask you one time again. Can I enter your orbit? This all came to be of wanting to make a space for oneself where you could be your utmost self, which is a place with no rules, with no restrictions, with no judgment. And that's what I call the orbit. It's sort of like a space in time. Yeah, like it's kind of like a bubble, I guess. This is another quote from Clarice Lispector. In the beginning of this book, and we're not even that far yet, I have written a lot of quotes actually. And well, Clarice Lispector said, "Ah, I remembered you. Who are you, the oldest thing in my memory? I see you once again, fastening the electrical wires to fix the light socket, mindful of the positive and the negative poles, and treating things with delicateness. What did I learn from you? I learned how to look at a person intertwining electrical wires. I learned to see you once living, a broken chair. Your physical energy was your most delicate energy." The other page it says, "I had for you the tedium I feel on holidays." What was that? It was like water flowing in a stone fountain, and the years marked it on the smoothness of the stone, the moss parted by the thread of running water, and the cloud overhead, the desire to deepen the air, to enter into deeper contact with the air that cannot be deepened, that was destined to stay right there, suspended. That already thirstless kiss upon the distracted forehead. Then this page, oh yeah, this was basically me jotting down my thumbnail for like titles and stuff like that and how I wanted it to like flow. And this is basically the thumbnail of the video. Another quote from Clarice. "Since I am still addicted to condiment of the world, contact with a thing that was to be a murmur, I must gather disconnected syllables. I must engage to become a vibrating nothing." So I put here a star because a reference to this page, also with the seed and stuff like that. "For me to live from the seed of neutral love, since it was from that source that there began to rise something that later was distorting itself into sentimentations until the nuclear was suffocated by the accretion of richness and crushed in ourselves by the human hoof. I am demanding of myself a much greater love. It is a life so much greater that it does not even have beauty. I am having a heart courage that hurts me like the flesh that transforms itself in childbirth." Like, isn't that beautiful? How does she write like this? I have no clue. Then this is a page of Little Twin Stars because here I got more into Little Twin Stars, my fixation. I'm still in a fixation. So basically here are all my Little Twin Star, like a few Little Twin Star stickers with like memo pads of Little Twin Stars. This is a card that I got in the cinema. This is the thumbnail from my letter video. Basically, I saw a letter box that I was very interested in, and then it all ended up like being like a sort of domino effect because of this letterbox, I started making this video about letters and writing letters and pen pals and stuff. This is my page of my favorite mushrooms, since it's one of my favorite vegetables. Here says it's like mushroom goodness, includes all the favorite mushrooms to eat from a girl of habit. So we have victim 1, tree ear, victim 2, shiitake, victim 3, enoki mushroom. And then this is a quote from Clarice Lispector. She said, "Molded mushroom," and I thought that was very fitting. So This is something that someone wrote to me when they were buying my stickers. And he said, I just wanted to tell you that you have such a big inspiration to me creatively. You got me out of my creative block, depression, slump, and I've been enjoying living art again. Thank you for existing and sharing your passion in the world. You're heaven sent. And I thought that was so sweet, I just had to copy it. And then I have here like a Monchichi notepad with a doll. And then here I have made a collage of my friend's tulip dolls. And then the message she sent me, she said, bombastic side, I am on my doll behind you. And then I said open, and then if you open this it's the same Blythe doll, so it's like double. Do you see? Okay, and this is just very simple. It's just a screenshot from my video that I made, and then I did like these diamonds and stuff like that, because it's very nice to just have something physical, you know. So I remember I made this. This is also from my video. It's like letter video that I made. I basically took, for the span of like 2 weeks, I was looking out and looking, just getting shots from mailboxes, and then I made like a whole compilation of them so I could use them for that letter video. And then yeah, I have just sticked it on this page. This is quite funny. Okay, this is me getting Chinese medicine cupping. My sister did this on me. And then I have the photo of like my friend taking a photo of the photo that I took with my digicam. And then the other day, I was trying to search for acupuncture and I saw this image and I just took a screenshot of it and I thought it was quite fitting. This is a picture that I warped with a picture that I took from my friend of her ID collection. She basically is a photographer and she went to Nepal for 3 months and she collected all these IDs from people that she worked with, from people she cares for, from her friends, from her family. And I thought it was so interesting because this capture of this photo, she was just talking about everyone so passionately and I was like, oh my god, this is so interesting. And I just loved having like the picture of the pictures, you know. This is a photo of the book from Clarice Lispector with like things that I annotated. Even though to get me going, I want bells to peal while I guess a reality, and may angels flutter as transparent wasp around my hot head because this head wants finally to transform itself into an object thing. So you never forget the word is the fruit of the word. The word must resemble the word. Reaching it is my first duty to myself, and the word can be dressed up and artistically vain, it can be only itself. Well, it's true that I also wanted to arrive at the sheer sensation for it to be so sheer that I couldn't break into a perpetual line. At the same time, I want to arrive at the thickest and lowest, deepest earth trombone. One of my friends sent me, she said this, I don't know how to pronounce that word actually, but it's basically traditional Indian medicine that says food can be medicine and the energy you have while making it, it gets cooked into the food. So if you cook while being angry or sad, food can feel heavy or even sickening when eating. And I made this collage of me making dumplings and then I put all food stickers on the side because we're talking about food. Like I said, with the Blythe thing, you can still use the background foam sticker. So I did that and then I still added some other stickers. And here's the background of the sticker actually. And here I have a little Kodak, a sort of film thingy that I got from my friend Monica that also does YouTube actually. And here she wrote on this thing, this looks very cool if you hold it up into the light. So this page is like if you flip it like this and then if you open this, you can see it. It's basically a random woman. I don't know her story. I don't know how old this photo is. She's just on a bike with a white dress and enjoying her life. Monica found this in the thrift store and I thought it was quite interesting. Then this, I was editing my video and someone was commenting this and I thought it was so sweet, so I just put it down. The Orbit poem, but in a different format. And then the comments that I really liked, it's all comments about orbits, like currently in the orbit. I think our orbits are neighbors. I think in the end of the video it just solved a problem I couldn't even name. I tried to write about it, I couldn't find the words. I think the answer was the orbits. So beautiful. This is actually one of my favorite pages that I made. This page is dedicated to fake things, fake emails, fake to-do lists like I did in the beginning. It all started actually by me having these papers that I got for free in like, I don't know, a sort of package or something that I got. And I was like, oh my god, what could I do with this? Because it's so small, like what do I do with this paper? And it came with this pink paper clip too. I was thinking, okay, maybe I can just make a fake to-do list. So then I just compiled a lot of things that I do in my life, but also just things that I enjoy, but also just fake things. Like, for example, eat egg with ketchup. I love eating egg with ketchup. Reconnect with nature. Log 3 movies on letterboxd. That's me. Genmaicha time. I am literally drinking Genmaicha right now. Doing laundry. Here is sticker, it says work, work, work. Vitamin Island. Here it says random things like 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. Shh. Find the key to Vitamin Island, and then a sticker of Vitamin Island. 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. eat bubbles. 6 a.m. till exact 8:01 a.m. Badrod. 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. or p.m. make parfait, and then all parfait stickers. Is it like, is this person making a parfait for 1 hour or the whole day? Call mystery girl. Is she toxic? Is that her wife? 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. reinvent a girl of habit. Yeah. Okay, this page is this tag that I got from the bag that I bought from Grape. It's one of my favorite brands. Here, I just added like diamonds because I liked it. And here's my washi tape collection. This page says strawberry cream soda. These are all like cream soda and like parfait stickers. And this is basically a reference to a Tommy February 6 song. And as you can see, it's like I made it into like ice cream. It's like a collage of my friend writing me this, and this number, we found it on the streets. Have a magical day, Tungyan. I can't wait to hear about it. See you later. And then I got this from my friend Ruki when they gave me a package. I basically cut this from a pamphlet. It says with the Museum and Heart of Paris. And then here are other tickets of the things I visited in Paris, like the bookstore and stuff like that. This page, again, Tommy February 6. I made this. This is like a sort of like memo pad where you can fold something and you can fold it like this. It's basically like 3D, and then I said like fold me, and then it's just like the same thing here. This, again, is a sticker sheet, the background, and I made it into something new with like these potato stickers, and it's basically, it was from this fruit sticker sheet with the fruit background and stuff. This is also one of my favorite pages I have made. Basically, this is, like it says, a diary of a Tommy February 6 fan. And it says like the same thing here in Japanese. Here you can see a photo of Tommy February 6. Here it says lonely, and if you flip it, engorges. The song reference. A girl of habit loves Tommy February 6. And here you have all like Tommy Blythe collaboration. But okay, let me go through this fake diary that I made. So if you open it up, it is a whole diary of an extreme Tommy February 6 fan. Here it says, watch new Tommy video, rewatch video, memorize lyrics. This is in February, and Tommy her birthday is in the 6th of February. So here it says like, happy birthday, Tommy February 6. This person is going to Osaka for like 5 days, and then she's going to watch the video again, and then she buys a new CD, and then she goes to the movies. And here it says, forever Tommy, my beautiful birthday, parfait dates, going to movies, prepare concert outfit, listen to Tommy all day, Tommy concert. So this person is literally preparing her outfit for 2 days to go and watch the concert. Get new cat. Then this is a day of the life of a extreme Tommy February 6 fan. It's February 6, by the way, this day. So it says like, happy birthday, Tommy. 9 a.m. 06. Wake up to Je t'aime, happy birthday, Tommy. 10:06, breakfast time. 11:06, diary time. If I ever meet her, I'll cry cola tears. And I also used like the little twin star because Tommy February 6 always uses little twin stars in like her music and stuff like that. 12:06, outfit time and shrine maintenance. Does Tommy February 6 shrine. 1:06 p.m. Get melon soda. Lunch date. 3:06 p.m. CD store visit. Buy a blank CD to burn fan mix that I call my sweet February universe. And this says, favorite Tommy February 6 outfits. Tommy, you're my icon. Then this, the lyrics from I Only Want to Be With You. This is like an ID card and the Blythe Doll collaboration. Then, this page that I made is a poem that I wrote by the words that I found in a museum pamphlet. Literally, I haven't had fun in so long with words when I was doing this and making this, because you see, when you have museum pamphlets, it's so easy to choose words that speak to you, since it's like descriptive writing, right? And it's so fun to piece it together. And it's like, imagine going to a museum and then going home and using a pamphlet to make something new. Like, that's so awesome. So where's the hidden rhythmic collage presenting the dreamlike portrait between the image of the visitor's own creations, the mesmerizing sound to reveal more of the soul, rejuvenated by representation of bodies, a very specific setting. Her trajectory of atoms, they grasp boundaries between daily life and art, by being present in the returning of a subtle dialogue between centuries of kaleidoscopic images, greeted by imagination. To inhabit souls until temporal experience in which art is the overall state between images as they were drowning with whom she holds an extensive interaction. 10 key stages to a more symbolic and spiritual dimension. Before leaving, don't forget to go hold on to the beauty of life, situated with the predictable nature, the interiors of magic setting beneath the body. They often strip this. At heart invites you to dine in the experience, traits in which he returns to paint's own fluidity, the goddess of contemporary paint, the legacy of painting, by the new anonymous ones. Here, another thing that I made with the museum pamphlets. I have a barcode with my name, and it says, welcome Choi Tungyan, become an expert, got 20 minutes? Every half an hour, an attainable horizon between a human being and the meditation on the fragility creates a tension between life and death. They're rating melodious, the very hearts of the piece, from the body or from the soul. Prepare your visit. This immersive aquatic musical project transforms our human presence between art and music, between waking and dreaming. Once a sense of the activation of the rediscovered vital energies constitute ritualized scenes to that of the artist, the spirit, the body, the moment pushes them along with the flow of invisible waves as they listen before our very eyes. While bodies sometimes generate a constant, enchanting sound towards the landscape of the beyond, a light current of the observer and the observed, the promise of rebirth or of life after death, reality and fiction, past and present, finally, at the end, these bodies seem to allow a soul, a reality as raw, time calling for a new vibration. These replace all between multisensory and then never ceases to reinvent itself. Then mysteriously acquire the presence of real beings. Explore. First floor. Variable draw no longer knows whether the mental and social energies that run through it. On the first floor, these artists come to symbolize a passage that beckons us to join. The affirmation of a liberated body. The artist breathes life into objects and fragments, evokes the uniqueness into a space installed to a journey that is designed to guide you to present. The fragility and the pulsating energy of a body retaking possession of its relationship to the other and to the world. Second floor. A dreamlike presence, melancholy whistling towards nothingness. Float across the blue surface like poetic images look at us straight in the eye, emerging this vibrant silhouette composed of flowers floating adrift, a basin 18 meters in diameter filled with water to reflect a balm for the soul and between what surrounds it. Extend your visit. Inspired by the struggle for consciousness, the show allows visitors to travel symphony spaces within the privacy of the sky through the person's final days. To each your own. Got any questions? The screenplay to the backgrounds continue friction between intimacy and pride. The poem welcomes young visitors, activities and tools to discover or paint, oil on canvas, oil on canvas, oil on canvas. Give birth to Morphose level -2. Access through eye contact from 13th of June to 14th of September. Curated by a girl of habit, a code, and then open Monday to Sunday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Closed Tuesdays on May 1st. Late night opening until 9 a.m. on Fridays. Basically, this thing that I made, I wanted to make a fake invitation to a space which specific levels. You have to prepare your visit. Do you want to become an expert? You can explore first floor. You can explore the second floor. But you can extend your visit. To each your own though, if you got any questions. But if you want to give birth to Morphose or the level that it's not exposed yet in this page or this invitation, level -2, then you can do that through access, through eye contact from the 14th of June to 13th of September. This page is just mainly because I wanted to add this beautiful page that I got from a pen pal letter from my friend. Here it says Tamagotchi, and I have a Tamagotchi like sticker and stuff like that. And here it just randomly says, "Dear Diary, you're cute." And then more things. And here again, another poem. All these poems that I was just showing you is all from the same pamphlet. It says, in this case, bowls are bodies, the artworks marked with music, slowed down songs by one's own image, imperceptible or buried, half asleep as they navigate scars of history, works of art, liquid and ghostly, the artist who painted the walls, striking around us, sharing the space with matter, the potential, those lasting traces without skill, and the imprint of images per second, with his gesture taking the pulse which create a deep impression on the body. The artist alludes to space, like our own reflection. The high sensory will be used again, the architecture of whose body appears taking over energy transverses in a circular, eco-responsible way. The way out, struck by a sense, art can change. This page is me just wanting to stick this memo pad, and then I added this huge sticker. This is also more memo pads of my favorite character, Angel Blue. Here it says, to Angel from Blue. And if you open this, you have an Angel Blue sticker. And here, ice cream shop. And then I marked the Neapolitan ice cream. So, strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. And here is another Angel Blue sticker. This. I put this and I warped it, and then I realized I have the exact same sticker. So then I added the sticker. And this is, well, it's just parfaits and puddings in this paint area that I just wanted to add because I thought it was funny. These are comments that people left on my video that I thought were so meaningful and so sweet, and I just wanted to remember them, so I stick them on. This page is like a packaging from a dress up sticker, and then here you have like a dolphin sticker, and this is like from a brand, and I just used them and I like that the fact it's like all the same. This is the packaging from like these stickers I got, and this is the front and this is the back, and here is like the sticker, and I just added like diamonds and stuff. This was a screenshot that I took from when I was in Paris, and I thought it was so interesting, like having so many metro stations. Like these are all metro stations. I was like, what? That's so insane. And then, you know, the polka dots in the back are also dots, so like I thought it was quite satisfying. I took a screenshot of my friend saying this thing when I was talking about letting things linger. She said, let things #linger. And then I basically took a screenshot and I made this like into this. This is a photograph that I took from my friend's book that she got in Japan. It's called 0081. It's such a cool magazine, or like a art book. And I took a picture, and it was like a picture with all meats, and I thought it was so interesting. It was like a collage of everything, and they all coexist and they all like blending together so well. So here's like all photos of meat, and here's all photos of like sushi, and it's all like taken in Japan. And I thought it was so interesting. Imagine I take a picture, like I did. I take a picture and I stick it on again on my book. So it's like, it's almost like I have the magazine, but also not, you know. Here again, same thing, a picture of the book and the meat bag. Here another page with like the clips and this and like this girl. This page, oh my god, I was very interested in getting like electrolytes. That sounds so funny. And then I found like the things, what electrolytes does, like the specific things, and then I basically stick it down. And then here's a quote from Clarice Lispector talking about perfume. It's a quote that I saw and I thought it was so beautiful. I wear perfume to intensify who I am. That's why I can't use fragrances that go against me. Wearing perfume is an instinctive wisdom. Perfume is art, and like all art, it requires some self-knowledge. This is just something about subconsciously and consciously, like the definition, and I just thought it was fun. That's it. This I made. It's a fake thing, a fake identity card. It says, certified thinker, certified thinker, certified thinker, a girl of habits. A girl of habits, born in orbit land. Nationality, certified thinker. Card number 88888, and my signature. And then we have all these stickers and like this little sticker from Nippon, and again Satan crystals and well-being and charming. This is a washing machine with crystals and just... I had this. This is from the sticker sheet, I think, from some sticker sheet, and I liked the dots. And here I just added like stickers. This page is something fake again. It says, the story of a girl getting the doom of shopping dermatutus. I need to buy new clothes. I have been suffering for a while not purchasing anything. This is actually a real message that my friend sent me. And then it says, you have shopping dermatutus too, bruh? There's no way, bruh. There's no way you actually got the freaking condition. I fear I gave it to you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, Jen. I gave you the shopping dermatutus through a pen pal letter I gave you months ago. Like, I didn't know I still had it and it would affect you. Take care. And then I wrote the definition of shopping dermatutus. A real psychomatic condition in which an individual develops an uncontrollable urge to shop after indirect exposure to contagious consumerist particles, typically transmitted via skin contact, past letters, or shared surfaces. Believed to enter the system through nasal cavity during casual nose digging, these microparticles then shoot up into the brain where they hijack the neural pathways responsible for the financial judgment, activating the itch to buy cortex. Symptoms include sudden irrational craving for objects you don't need, compulsive scrolling of online shops at 2 a.m., a glazed look into the eyes when near sales racks, temporary delusions that buying a third pair of nearly identical boots will fix your life. Origin: coined in a bizarre convergence of dermatology, consumer psychology, and questionable hygiene. Not to be confused with dermatitis, retail therapy, or capitalism. Have you always been creative? Finding a relic of me of the fresh age of 12 years old, making my first sushi. What's my favorite character? Let's see. I think it's like SpongeBob. It's Angel Blue, by the way. This is like something that I made. Don't put all the same eggs in one basket, they said. And then I said, I fear I do. Once you own chickens, you come across the weirdest shaped eggs. The shapes of the egg is so wrinkled and stuff, it's so weird. Here it says, don't play with your food, they said. My potatoes turn into a mind game. It's like a mom and a baby on an umbilical cord. That's so funny. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite pages that I did. Here I started the idea of having a dress-up sticker. So, here you have a dress-up girl, and you can dress her up every way you want. You use the stickers and you can reuse them. And then if you want to do something else, take it off. And for example, you want to wear the piano skirt, so piano skirt it is. So it's like very interactive. Piano shoes with with her, and then you can just basically make a very fun outfit. This says a girl of habit, and then when you open it, it's basically turning into a laptop. As my mind goes crazy, my keyboard turns into glitter, and then as you see, it's like a keyboard and all the letters are here and the numbers are here too. So then it's like you want her to wear this, the bows. Very cute with her shoes, with her wand. Let's do another outfit. She wears these earrings, these bows, wing shoes. So basically it's so fun, you can do anything you want. So that's basically it. This is my journal. Well, this was the video. I hope it brought you some inspiration. I already started a new one actually, so let me know if you want a tour of that too, if that one is finished. Thank you for being in my realm. You must have liked it, otherwise you would have not watched this full video. Goodbye. See you soon or later.